There's a carpenter in Missouri who used to spend his days remodeling kitchens and bathrooms. Now his main job is building small wooden houses made for chickens. He rents them out. Coop, hens, feed, the works. Families pay him for one season, get fresh eggs in their backyard, and hand the chickens back when they're done. This isn't a joke business, it's a real, growing industry, and it might be one of the easiest physical product businesses you could actually start this year. Backyard chickens have been trending for years. Fresh eggs, sustainability, teaching kids where food comes from. Cities have been loosening zoning laws to allow small backyard flocks. But here's the actual barrier that stops most families from ever doing it. Commitment and setup cost. You need a co-op. You need to know what you're doing. You need to commit to caring for animals for years, not just a summer. And if it turns out to be too much work or the kids lose interest by August, you're stuck with live animals you now have to rehome. That barrier has kept backyard chickens as something only serious hobbyists do. Here's the model. Instead of selling chickens, you rent the entire experience: coop, hens, feed, water setup, and a care guide for a single season, typically spring through fall. At the end of the season, you come back, pick everything up, and the family is done. No long-term commitment, no risk of being stuck with animals they can't handle. Real companies are already doing exactly this. A well-known operator called Rent the Chicken has expanded across dozens of regions in the US and Canada, delivering coops with 2 to 4 egg-laying hens directly to people's backyards. Real pricing from operators in this space. Seasonal packages typically run $360 to $575 for a 6-month rental covering the coop, hens, feed, and setup. Some smaller local operators charge around $400 plus a delivery fee for a similar setup. This isn't a hypothetical, nor it's an existing, proven business model with real operators making real money doing it part-time and full-time. Why this works as a business? 1. The barrier you're removing is the exact thing stopping people. Nobody was avoiding chickens because they hate fresh eggs. They were avoiding the long-term commitment and startup cost. Renting solves precisely that. 2. Your core asset gets reused constantly. The same co-op and hens can go from family to family, season after season, across multiple years. You're not building one thing per customer, you're building reusable inventory. 3, it's genuinely low competition. This isn't a saturated App Store category or a viral TikTok trend everyone's copying. One real operator, Doug Anderson, runs up to 15 coops a season from his home in Virginia, while holding down an entirely separate full-time job as a design engineer. That tells you 2 things. It's profitable enough to be worth doing on the side, and there's still plenty of room for more operators because it hasn't been oversaturated by big companies. So how you actually start this? Step 1. Check your local zoning laws. Most cities allow small backyard flocks, 2 to 4 hens, no roosters, but this varies. Confirm before you invest in anything. Step 2. Build or buy your first few coops. A simple, portable coop design that can be moved by 2 people and fits in a truck bed is the standard in this industry. You don't need custom carpentry skills. Basic coop plans and kits are widely available, and this can be your first small investment. Step 3. Source your hens. Local hatcheries or feed stores sell young laying hens affordably. Pick calm, friendly breeds suited for families with kids, since your customers are often first-timers. Step 4. List locally. Facebook groups for local moms, homesteading communities, sustainability-focused parenting groups, and simple local classifieds or where your actual customers are already hanging out. You don't need a big audience, just the right small one. Step 5. Package it clearly. Price it as a full season package, delivery, setup, feed, a basic care guide, and pickup included. The same way every successful operator in this space already does it. So how do you grow this season 1? You run a handful of rentals, maybe 3 to 5 coops, in your immediate local area. You're learning what breeds work best, refining your coop design, and building your first reviews and referrals. Season 2 to 3. Word of mouth in local parenting and homesteading groups is powerful here. Happy customers post photos of their kids collecting eggs, and that's exactly the kind of content that sells the next season's rentals for you. This is where an operator like Doug Anderson scaled to 15 coops a season. Year 2 to 3. This is where it can become a full business rather than a side project. Dave Zahn, a carpenter who originally built human homes, expanded into building deluxe coops with features like radiant heating, and that side business grew large enough to become his main job. Beyond that, the real growth lever. Once you have a proven co-op design and operating process, this becomes replicable in nearby towns and counties. Bigger operators expand this exact way, building out delivery zones region by region, the same way regional franchises grow without needing to reinvent the model each time. If you're running 15 co-ops a season at roughly $450 average per rental, that's a little under $7,000 in seasonal revenue from a side operation, on top of whatever else you're doing. Scale that to 40 to 50 co-ops across a wider delivery area, and you're looking at a genuinely solid full-time income, especially once your coops and hens are being reused season after season instead of bought fresh each time. This is about as far from a flashy AI startup as a business idea can get. It's wood, wire, and chickens, but it's real, it's proven, it solves an actual barrier stopping people from something they already want. And it's still small enough that one person building coops in their garage can turn it into their main income. Sometimes the best business isn't the one nobody's thought of. It's the one that's quietly working, that nobody's bothered scaling yet. If you want more such hidden ideas, like and subscribe to the channel.